My ultimate goal is to be the best fighter possible, and I'll take anything that can get me to that level, and that's financial wise, that's fighting the best fighter. So if the best fighter is in PFR, then I'm gonna stay in PFR to beat the best fighter. If the world biggest belt to win in MMA at the time is the PFR belt, so I'm gonna stay in PFR to win that belt. The options all there in PFR, then I'm gonna stay in PFR to reach that. If not, then unfortunately I'll have to move on because my career at the end of the day, I want the biggest fights possible, the biggest paydays and the biggest promotion and legacy. And right now I'm doing that in PFR, so I'm happy where I am right now. So I don't think I'm gonna move anytime soon.
Shanelle Nightmare Dyer just dropped a bombshell, and Dakota Dicha is a target. She declared, "Dakota, I'm coming for you. I'll break you. I'm a monster." That's not flirty promo. It's a threat that changes the matchmaking math. Dyer is a Muay Thai machine who started training at just 9 years old, racking up over 100 amateur Muay Thai fights and claiming 27 titles across world, European, and British championships. Her striking is elite ruthless, and when she calls herself a monster, she isn't joking.
Just unstoppable pressure, and look at that shot just coming through here. I mean, it's just an absolute swarm. Phil DeFreeze had
called out, "Dakota, I'm coming for you. I'll break you. I'm the best kicker." That targeted message forces immediate reactions in today's fight world, from promoters and matchmakers to the target himself. Language sells, but it also raises ethical questions we'll address later. Why target Dakota? Because she's hot, fast, violent finishes, and massive, but make her the name everyone wants to beat. A win over Dakota instantly vaults a challenger into superstardom. So that headline-grabbing motive explains the brutal call-outs and why fighters and promoters alike circle her like sharks.
TKO or KO, I will tell you the confidence that she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable. And there it is.
beautiful knee from the plum.
And Jessica Beckon, Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack.
Dakota isn't helpless. Her path to victory is simple. 1. She can rely on explosive, unpredictable starts. 2. She must use angles and feints to avoid getting trapped in a clinch. And 3. She should punish any overcommitment with sharp counters. If she stays mobile and executes that game plan, she can turn Shanelle's pressure into the very openings that win fights. Now the question is this. Is Shanelle's promo genius or irresponsible rhetoric? Lines like, "I'll kill you" are extreme. They grab clicks but also risk normalizing violent language. Fans are divided. Some love the heat, while others demand accountability. Promoters hear it, matchmakers smell money, and the decision becomes simple. Book it and the fight sells. Don't book it and the controversy lingers. Either way, a Shanelle versus Dakota showdown would explode interest in the division. Shanelle has thrown down the gauntlet. So the only question is, what's Dakota's move? Who wins? Shanelle Dyer or Dakota Diva? Comment below, smash that like button, and subscribe for the next update when this boxing talk turns into a real fight.
Build a very strong position here. It will be my first fight on Saturday, and after this fight, I want to fight other girls, to build my...
Martina Kinska just dropped a bombshell that shook the fight world. The Polish Muay Thai beast isn't chasing just one belt. She's going to become the first Polish world champion in one championship, and she's openly challenging PFL superstar Dakota Dicha. "I'm coming to kill you," she said, and she meant it as more than hype. This is a declaration of war. After her latest win, Martina made her goal crystal clear. She's doing everything to reach the top, and she's calling out one of the most feared women outside one to prove she belongs among
I want to be active. I want to fight and build my position.
For those who don't know, Martina Kinska is a Polish Muay Thai machine competing in one championship's atomweight division, carving a path of destruction with brutal striking and relentless pressure. Her Muay Thai is sharp, her aggression unmatched, and her goal is clear: to become the first Polish world champion in one. After beating Yu Yao in March 2025, she doubled down on her hunger, saying she'll fight anyone to climb the ranks. Then she made waves by calling out undefeated PFL knockout artist Dakota Dicha, declaring, "I don't care if you're a superstar, I'll break you too." This isn't casual trash talk. It's a direct challenge that could reshape matchmaking and the title picture if promoters answer the call. Dakota Dicha has been hailed as the next big thing in women's MMA, with fighters like Kayla Harrison even calling her the future of the sport, but Martina Kinska isn't buying the hype. She wants to expose Dakota, break her aura, and prove that one championship strikers hit different. While this fight may not happen immediately, since Dakota rules the PFL cage and Martina dominates in one, the fact that Kinska is already calling her out speaks volumes. Martina doesn't just want to be a champion in one. She wants to be the face of global women's combat sports. If the two ever collide, it would be pure violence. Dakota's slick striking and killer instinct versus Martina's relentless Muay Thai and Polish grit. This rivalry, even if fueled by words for now, shows how far women's combat sports have come. Fighters aren't just satisfied with belts. They want to test themselves against the very best. Martina Kinska isn't only aiming for one's atomweight Muay Thai title. She's aiming straight at global stars and hype machines like Dakota Dicha. So, was this just talk, or does Martina really have what it takes to end Dakota's hype? She's young, hungry, violent, and sending a brutal message. Dakota, I'm coming to kill you. What do you think? Can Martina actually destroy PFL's Golden Girl, or is Dakota too much for even once rising Polish warrior? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more fight news breakdowns and the most brutal call-outs in MMA. Maycee Barber just sent a shocking message straight at Dakota Dicha, and it's one that could shake up the entire women's flyweight division. Barber isn't just calling Dakota out. She's flat out declaring, "I beat you, I'd take your hype, and I'd take that title." This bold challenge puts her directly in the spotlight against one of MMA's fastest rising stars. Tonight, we break down Maycee's bombshell, Dakota Dicha's undefeated rise, and why this potential matchup could turn into the most explosive women's showdown in years.
In that fight, and I go out there and fight, and I go out there and do everything I can to win that fight, and I believe it would be a fight, and I believe that I would win.
Maycee Barber, known as the Future, made her pro debut in 2017, and just a year later she earned a UFC contract on Dana White's Contender Series with a third-round TKO. Since then, she's been chasing greatness, racking up the second most knockouts in UFC flyweight history, and tying for the third most wins in the division with 8. And while she's faced setbacks along the way, one thing has never changed: Maycee Barber's unshakable confidence. And then there's Dakota Dicha, the undefeated Wrecking Machine fans call Dakota F-seeking Dicha for a reason. Every fight pure violence. Every performance sending the hype sky high. She was expected to dominate PFL forever, but she shocked the world by signing with the UFC, instantly becoming Dana White's new Golden Girl, and the centerpiece of the women's flyweight division. But Maycee Barber isn't buying the hype, and she's ready to prove that Dakota's rise won't go unchallenged.
By TKO or KO, I will tell you the confidence that she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable. And there it is.
Beautiful knee from the plum.
And then she goes back in, Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack.
In trouble.
And that does it. First round finish at Dakota Dicha silence.
Maycee just dropped the bomb. I'd go in there, do everything I can, and I'd win that fight. I believe I'd beat Dakota Diva. That's not casual trash talk. It's a full-on call-out, and the timing is perfect. Dakota's rise is dominating headlines, but Barber has been grinding, stacking wins, and reminding the UFC not to forget who helped build this division. This challenge shifts the narrative from hype to a must-see.
And I go out there and do everything I can to win, that fight.
Dana White thrives on this kind of drama. He's building Dakota Dicha as the UFC's next superstar, but nothing sells like a real rivalry. If Maycee Barber keeps pushing, Dana might have no choice but to book it. Because let's be real, Dakota can crush contenders, but can she survive a proven UFC vet like Barber? That's the true test. Fans are already split. Some say Barber's delusional and Dakota would smoke her in 2 rounds, while others believe she's the only one crazy enough to derail the Dakota hype train. Is Macy Barber the one to stop Dakota's undefeated streak? Or is she just fueling the hype for the biggest beatdown of her career? One thing's certain, this fight will be pure violence. So who wins? Macy the Future, Barber, or Dakota Seeking Dicha? Drop your predictions in the comments. Smash that like button and subscribe for more savage MMA breakdowns. This story is only just beginning. That wasn't a fan, and it wasn't a troll. It was a UFC veteran. Jillian Robertson just dropped the most savage warning to Valentina Shevchenko we've ever heard. Forget respectful fight talk. This was pure violence packed into a single sentence. And she wasn't talking about herself. She was talking about Dakota Dicha, the undefeated golden girl of the PFL who dismantled Tyler Santos and beat Sumiko Inaba. Robertson didn't just say Dakota would win. She said Dakota would kill Valentina in 10 seconds. That's not analysis. That's an execution order. So here's the question. Did Jillian Robertson just predict the end of Valentina Shevchenko's reign in under 10 seconds, or is this pure delusion? Either way, Dana White better be listening, because if PFL's Golden Girl crosses over to the UFC, this is the fight that could blow the roof off women's MMA. Let's be real. Dakota isn't just hype. She's undefeated, a $1 million tournament winner. And her knockout of Tyler Santos at the PFL World Championships wasn't just another win. It was a statement. She dismantled Santos with brutal leg kicks, elbows, knees, and a body shot that ended things at 4:41 round 2. Then, as if the violence was enough, she grabbed the mic and dropped the line of the year. Asterisk, a model just beat your ass, so shut up. Asterisk, that's how you mix violence with marketing. And that's exactly why the MMA world is obsessed.
February. We have Dakota Dicha versus Weili Zhang for the flyweight UFC championship. Insane.
Even her against Valentina, I would love to see. I think that would be a great striking match as well. And I think it'd be interesting because she beat Tyler Santos, who arguably could have beat Valentina without a head.
But let's be clear, Valentina Shevchenko isn't just some random name. She's the Bullet, the former UFC flyweight queen, a surgical striker who's dismantled legends. Tyler Santos barely scraped past her in 2022, and that was with Valentina fighting injured. So for Jillian Robertson to claim Dakota ends her in 10 seconds, that's not bold. That's flat out disrespectful. Dana White has been chasing the next women's MMA megastar since Ronda Rousey. Amanda Nunes retired. Valentina is nearing the end. Kayla Harrison's UFC debut is still fresh. And now here comes Dakota, young, undefeated, a killer with supermodel looks, while Robertson throws gasoline on fire by saying she'll butcher Valentina. You think Dana doesn't hear that? You think he's not already seeing dollar signs? This isn't just a fight. It's UFC versus PFL, old guard versus new blood, Valentina versus Dakota. Is it the passing of the torch, or the torch burning out entirely? Because if Jillian Robertson is right, Dakota won't just beat Valentina. She'll erase her legacy. But hold